Spring has sprung, which means it is warming up, which means it's time to get to the track, which means it's time to get the G87 back to the track. Haven't had it on track in a while. We were busy last year with our move and renovations and getting all that done. We are settled in the new facility, which means we can start focusing on this thing a little bit again. And, you know, we had it on track to get our baseline stock runs, and now it's time to play with this thing a little bit more with some upgrades. So we have MCS 3-way remote suspension on this thing. We did do the baseline test with stock tires and then some Hoosier R7s staggered on the TA55 wheels. Now we are doing 19x11 square with 305 Hoosier TrackAttackPro tires on this thing. So I have not driven on the TrackAttacks yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing how those things perform, seeing how that wider front wheel and tire combo helps out the front end, give it a little bit more grip. So the guys are getting ready. We're a little bit empty in the shop right now because the team is mostly heading out to COTA. We got a couple guys here hanging back to get this thing set up so we can get it on track in just a few days. They are doing the setup work, and one thing that we know on these things, when you have all the stock arms, you get limited in the rear. Once you lower it and are trying to get a track alignment of proper toe and camber, you can kind of get one or the other. We had 2.7 degrees negative camber in the back on this thing and 0 toe, and really looking for some stability in the rear, so want to get some toe in. It's a limitation of those stock eccentric bolts of the toe arm and the camber arm. So we are going to be testing out this BimmerWorld rear toe arm. That's for F8X and G8X. So they're getting this thing torn apart a little bit back here so we can get this arm installed and get the proper range of motion so we can get that toe where we want and then get that camber back in the sweet spot of where we want. Session 1 done. That was really just a function test. Wanted to make sure everything worked well, see how we were doing, just get a little bit of a feel on these Hoosier Track Attacks. Went out and felt the pressures. It was getting a little bit greasy. Turns out the rears got to 38 or so and wanted to bring those down, so brought those down a decent bit. The fronts were also a bit high, so kind of got it leveled off around 33, 34. Turns out the tire pressure monitor gauge, a good comparison between that on the car, is about 2 PSI low in the car versus what the actual was. So have that in the data bank now. And yeah, did an okay lap time, 2:02.8, so feel pretty good about that for just kind of feeling the car out and seeing where we're at. Gonna keep on getting back on track and see where we land on this thing today.
Hey everyone, it's Johnathan here with product development at BimmerWorld, and today we're at the track. So this is my 97 328i. Just got it pretty much put back together with new OMP seats, Lifeline harnesses, TA5Rs with some fresh tires on them. So yeah, just hanging out this weekend, helping Phil doing some testing on the M2. Looking forward to a good DE.
A couple sessions in. Traffic seems to be a little bit of an issue for me, so I haven't been able to get a clean lap. So still my best lap is that 2:02 earlier this morning, but overall the car feels good. I'm trying to regain my confidence in the car, as was just here a couple of weeks ago in the Spec E46. This is definitely a different car, got to drive it differently, different tire. So far still feeling out where I want to land pressure-wise on these Hoosier Track Attack tires. And then I think probably going to start making some changes here. Car feels a little bit oversteery on corner exit, so maybe a ride height change, maybe a compression change. We'll see. Gonna experiment with some stuff and continue to proceed with this day. The track's definitely getting a little bit slower too, so that's a thing. I feel the heat starting to build up, so we're gonna have some lunch and then hit this again after.
I'm Patrick from BimmerWorld. I'm the technical sales lead, and I'm out here with my 318 Ti. This car recently got an S52 swap, so it is a lot faster than I'm used to in this chassis. Also just passed race school in this car, so having a lot of fun with this thing, expecting to have even more fun this weekend. Just threw a solo 2DL in there, so for the last couple of years I've tried to, just not pay attention to lap times, just focus on fundamentals and actually driving, and now I'm flipping the script. So I'd like to figure out lap times at this point, get some sort of a gauge as to if I'm fast at all out there. Out here at VIR with BMW Club, Tar Heel chapter, to try and have some fun and figure out lap times this weekend.
Another session down. That session was full of traffic, but we made a pretty big wholesale change on the shocks on this thing. Part of the beauty of those MCS 3-ways is being able to dial in all kinds of stuff. We've got two baselines, a stiffer baseline and a softer baseline. Really, you should take one step at a time, but I went ahead and made a wholesale change, and honestly, the car felt great. That was an improvement in the right direction, I feel like. It did not get a lap time because of, well, traffic, but that softer setup, which I think with the spring rates we have on this car, may work a little bit better. So we'll see if we can get some clear track here in a little bit and see if we can't put something down.
What's up, guys? I'm Ian. I'm with Lifeline. I'm out here with the BimmerWorld crew at the BMW CCA HPDE here at VIR. I have the BimmerWorld company DE program car, the DE46 here. It's all stock, little track prep. Out here just learning. This is my second track session. Really excited, just having fun and seeing what I can figure out. Got a long way to go before I ever get to racing, so doing my best and learning as I go.
Day one, a success. Had a good day today where just got to shake the car down, and honestly feels really good. Excited with these MCS dampers, made a few shock changes throughout the day. Tires felt good. Gonna see if we can explore a little bit more tomorrow with finding some more speed if we can. If we can't, that's all right. It's a busy weekend out here, but really just looking forward to having more fun with our friends, with our whole crew of BimmerWorld people and our whole crew of friends in the paddock. So more to come, a couple more days of this. Good morning from VIR, getting another day started here. It's been a great weekend so far, hanging out with all of our friends in the paddock. The M2 has been performing amazingly. The Hoosier tires working super well. Those 11-inch TA55s, the MCS 3-ways, giving a chunk of rides in this thing. It's been a lot of fun to have this car out for a shakedown weekend. got another couple of sessions going to knock out before we get out of here. Going to go hit a driver's meeting and get this day rolling. How's your weekend?
It was good. This is my third weekend in the Spec E36, so I was really just out there, you know, just filling out the car some more, just kind of getting comfortable in it and getting used to what it's doing. Nothing crazy special there, but you know, I think overall it was a great weekend. We had a crew from BimmerWorld there, and we love being there at the track. We got a lot of customer time, got to talk to a lot of customers about their cars, what they've got going on, projects they're working on. We got to spend a lot of time with our Tar Heel Club peeps, got to go to their annual banquet and, you know, hang out with our old friends, made some new friends. We just love being there with the people that are doing the same things that we do. So it was a good weekend.
How's your weekend?
It was awesome. This was my first event out after doing a bunch of work to the car, so I had proper driver restraints with OMP seats, Lifeline harnesses, decent suspension with some stickier tires on TA5Rs. Overall, the car felt great. First couple sessions, just feeling it out, getting accustomed to the new setup. And then day 2, got soloed, went out and just had an absolute blast. Overall, can't wait to go to the next one.
How was your weekend?
I had a pretty good weekend. Spent it at VIR with the BMW CCA group doing a DE. Learned a lot of what to do, a lot of what not to do. Unfortunately, my first session of the day, Sunday, I dropped a wheel in a hole and bent it. No wheel would have survived it. I'm actually really impressed that didn't shatter. It took that curb really well. It was a strong impact, but I managed to get home, didn't lose any air. I drove the car all the way home, about 2.5 hours. Overall, I still say it was a good weekend. Learned a lot. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to utilize everything I learned, but we'll do that in another event for sure.
It was good. I had Phil in the passenger seat, which was fun. Got a little bit in my own head about it because, you know, he's the boss and, you know, faster than me. And I'm like, oh man, don't disappoint Phil. But no, it was a solid weekend. The car is handling fantastically. I'm getting used to more power, more brakes. Put down some decent lap times in the car. And yeah, was just feeling comfortable by the end of the weekend and had a great time.
Well, the weekend's about wrapped up here. We are going to get ready to load all the things up, get the cars loaded up. Everything is still looking beautiful except for we got a lot of bugs on the windshield in the front of this thing, so this thing needs a wash, but signs of a good weekend. What a wonderful time hanging out with everyone here, and just, man, I really enjoyed it. The banquet last night, talking to various customers, just helping people out, and yeah, I am looking forward to the next one. Stay tuned for what the next test is for this thing, as we're gonna get this thing out and see what kind of lap times it does, as this really was just a shakedown. But yeah, I'm pumped with where this thing's gonna go, as this little preliminary test, this thing's capable. So stay tuned for more of that. Best way to do that, hit that subscribe button, and of course, hit that like button, leave us a comment.
kill it this year. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Hi, Carrie. So the boys and I went on a little adventure last night.
Oh boy.
And you can see my artwork from about 11 last night here.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carrie. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
All right, you got.
Thank you.
You got one. You got one.
Thanks, the wind.
Thank you guys. Look at this. What do we have here? Oh,
So
volcano and
it was
dinosaurs.
it was mostly pre-decorated.
Love it. And you did this?
Yeah, so we got a
Amazing.
can of pink. Oh, careful, careful. Yeah, and that was what we came up with at about 11 last night.
I dig it. Thank you guys.